I have about 48 hours to get ready for a classic car rally. I need to sort out the alpha, pack the camera gear, plan what I'm actually filming, somehow finish this video, and then leave early Thursday morning for an event that I still can't quite believe I've been invited to. It's called Rally for the Ages, and I'm going as a guest of Tudor Watches, which feels really strange to say out loud because only 6 months ago I took my first step into this world by making a little YouTube video about why life felt better when it moved a bit slower. And I've been thinking about that a lot this week, about cars, cool events, cameras, beautiful things, and whether wanting those things is shallow, or whether sometimes the right objects can actually be a catalyst to move your life in a positive direction. So this video is partly about the preparation for the rally. I need to make sure that the Alpha will actually make it down to Bicester Heritage for the 2.5 hour journey there and back, ideally. I need to figure out what I'm going to take with me, how I'm going to capture the weekend, and just generally make sure that everything is sorted so that I can enjoy this weekend without too much stress of how I'm going to capture it. And this is something else that I've been thinking about recently. When I posted my first video 6 months ago, it was about slowing down in life and building a life that was more considered and curated. But the more I've grown Soulspec and the more I've spent time with this car and met interesting people, life is speeding up in a way. I'm surrounded by new things that I haven't really encountered before. Events, interesting people, opportunities that I never really would have expected to happen. And finding the balance between what feels real and what feels connected to me is something that I'm trying to navigate at the moment. A huge part of what makes these Soulspec videos feel different is the music, and it's what takes shots of just a normal drive and make them feel like something more meaningful. It's not just about finding something that sounds good, it's about finding that piece of music that as soon as I put it under my video, it feels right. It has to support the video without overpowering it, but also has to feel right to me immediately. And that's why I'm very happy to say that this video is sponsored by Musicbed. Musicbed is not a music streaming platform. It's a trusted music licensing agency for filmmakers, brands, creators, and anyone who cares about storytelling and craft. They exclusively represent thousands of extremely talented creators and musicians who are handpicked by the team at Musicbed for their creativity, their quality, and the integrity of their music. And that makes a massive difference to me. because when I'm making these soul-spec videos, I'm trying to find music that is warm and nostalgic and human and has a cinematic feeling to it. And Musicbed makes that process so much easier because it's intentionally curated rather than just a huge catalogue of generic songs. It's extremely easy to find the perfect song for your project because you can filter by genre or feeling or attributes, or you can even filter by instrument. Before using Musicbed, I used to spend hours trying to find the right songs for my videos. So if you're looking for the perfect song for your project, switch to Musicbed and get a 14-day free trial using the link in my description. Thanks again to Musicbed for sponsoring this video. So out of all of the things that I own or interact with on a nearly daily basis, this car has definitely been the thing that has changed my life the most. When I bought it a couple of years ago, it was a quite stressful financial decision for me. And, you know, on the face of it, it's not sensible. It smells of fuel, it's inconvenient, it's not the most comfortable or practical. I've spent more time in the barn fixing it than probably I would have liked to, but it's changed everything. For starters, I don't think soul-spec would exist today in the same way that it does if it wasn't for this car. And the other thing that you don't really think about when you take a risk and buy something like this is the people I've met because of it. You know, I never would have met good friends like Steve and Jamie, who I share the barn with. There's so many interesting people that I've spoken to over the last year or so, who I almost certainly never would have been in contact with if it wasn't for this little car. More so than anything, it's a vehicle for moving my life in a direction that is more positive and is more poetic and more in line with the things I like. And it's helped me meet amazing people and make new friendships that I wouldn't have otherwise. And I totally understand the people who look at things like this and look at people online sharing their cars or their watches or their travel or whatever and think that it's a shallow pursuit of showing off, or as the young'uns call it, flexing. And in some cases it is, definitely. In some cases it's just showing things that you don't really care about, but you think looks good to the outside world. But I think the true luxury in life is finding things like this that set your soul alight, but that also open you up to a whole new world of possibilities. But I think you can only get that from an object if it's something that you are passionate about and if it's something that you're almost is in your DNA. You know, this little car, I knew I wanted one since I was 17. I was dreaming about it. I looked back through an old phone the other day and I found so many pictures of Alpha 105s and little GT Juniors and GTVs, so it's something that has been nagging away at my soul for years. And if I'd have bought something similar but that wasn't my dream, I don't think any of this would have happened. I don't think I'd have been invited to cool events. I don't think I'd have met so many cool people, because I don't think I would have been as interested in sharing it with the world and sharing my passions. And I think that's what I'm finding very interesting about where this channel is going. You know, ultimately this channel is based around objects, inanimate things, pieces of metal, you know, it's based around things like that. But when you choose the right things to surround yourself with in life, they stop just being objects and they start being something that pushes you in a more positive direction. So I guess ultimately, after all of that waffling, that's kind of the idea that I want to impart onto you or share with you. Objects like this don't have to just be objects of status or, you know, of showing off. They can truly be valuable parts of the architecture of your life. You know, they can build the framework that moves you in a more positive direction. And there is nothing wrong with wanting nice things, ultimately, and at the end of the day. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But I think we'd all be happier if we spend a bit more time thinking about whether the things that we surround ourselves with truly make a positive difference in our lives and are not just inanimate objects.
I don't want her to stay too long. She left town this morning, and she said